What's up, Yoon-Fam? It is I,
Mark Yoon.
So since we're at the end of what seems to be Soul Calibur 6's life cycle, be it whether or not we actually do end up getting confirmation of a Season 3, or if we don't, I figured this is the perfect time with the break in news and the 5-month lull that we have had lack of communication. I wanted to talk about a 2-part video spanning the next 2 days. Today is going to be the things that I loved about Soul Calibur 6, and then tomorrow we're going to follow it up with things that I didn't love about Soul Calibur 6. And we can try and keep it as positive as possible, but I want to be real and give my honest opinion on the game, and we can follow this up with, I guess, being a final review of sorts. So, let's start with the things that I love about Soul Calibur 6. I really like the fighting engine, with the exception of Reversal Edge, which we will no doubt get into tomorrow. But for the most part, the 8-way run system is in full effect great, and a lot of the different pairing and perfect guards and a lot of the different techniques we have for defense and for offensive maneuvering are second to none, in my opinion, in this game. It's definitely got some of the best fighting mechanics. Some people argue too. I think this has a more robust system and it's less simplistic, so it's a lot easier to make the character your own when you're trying to find your own playstyle with them. So I think my first point is definitely the gameplay. The second thing that I love about Soul Calibur 6 is the game modes. Now, this can fall into love and not love, because there are game modes that I wish that we had that we don't, such as Weapon Master mode, Chronicles of the Sword-esque type of situation, go to the list, Towers. But for the offerings that we have that did show up for this iteration of the game, Libra of Souls is good, albeit it can be boring for some people, but I do like the portal aspect where I can challenge everyone's different created characters randomly generated from around the world. I also like the challenge that the end of the game brings with the Ancients after you maximize their weapons, the secret hidden bosses, and all of that stuff, all the lore that's thrown in there. I love all the aspects of that. It can be tedious, it can be a bit boring, and there can be a lot of text reading, especially on your second playthrough, or if you're trying to go for just maximizing all the weapons. But overall, I think it is an enjoyable mode, and it's a good time sinker, especially if you are bored with playing online and you just want something to do. That's always a good option. Now, another thing I love about Soul Calibur 6, and this mainly particularly has to do with the DLC in particular, is the lore that they have added to the game, the narrative overall, where we're headed towards Soul Calibur 7. I really think they did a really bang-up job, especially introducing these awesome new characters and concepts in the Soul Calibur arena, such as the Shepherds and the Swords, and Ishka Acht, and bringing back Algol and things of that nature. I think a lot of that is really interesting and really awesome. It's making me really excited to play Soul Calibur 7, and I definitely am going to get some more play usage out of Soul Calibur 6 before I go into Soul Calibur 7, so I'm really looking forward to that, and it's all thanks to the narrative that we received from DLC Part 2. Another thing that I love about Soul Calibur 6 is the way they changed characters, because even though this is a reboot of sorts, we have characters like Setsuka and Hwang Sung-gyung who have been brought back, but this time around they're a little bit different. They have different backstories, different personalities a little bit, especially when it comes to someone like Hwang Sung-gyung. Setsuka has been fully delved into, and I really actually feel attached to her character, as before I just like playing as her. But now it's made me like characters I didn't like before, and it's maybe pretty indifferent to characters that I was already indifferent towards, but what can you do? They can't all be winners, right? Another aspect of the game that really brings me great joy and pleasure is probably not the netcode. That'll be on tomorrow's video, but the character creator is in both sections, because I do like the character creator. I think it is somewhat of an improvement, I say begrudgingly, over Soul Calibur 5, but A lot of the aspects of it are going to be in tomorrow's video, but the aspects that I do like of it are they gave us extra character slots, so now we have 100 character slots, and we can also edit the cast characters, which gives us a bonus 100 slots. Those can still fill up pretty fast, but it's a vast improvement over the 50 that we had in the previous iterations of the game, so I can definitely appreciate that. And they did add some new stuff, so overall that's pretty good, but the rest of that you'll have to watch tomorrow's video to find out. Something else that I really enjoy about this game is just playing around in training mode with the characters with their new enhanced movesets, and just trying to see what kind of combos you can get out of them. A lot of characters in Soul Calibur do play similarly to their past iterations, but this version definitely gives a lot of characters some oomph that you didn't really feel before. It's kind of hard to explain, but it feels like almost it's a bit faster and smoother than 5. I don't know if everybody is having the same experience as I am when it comes to the actual play style, but that's something you can tell me in the comment section down below. The biggest thing that I love about Soul Calibur 6 is that it continues this stage of history. So if you watch my documentary video on the path to Soul Calibur 6, which you can find in my mini documentary playlist, there's a lot that almost made this game not happen. Whether we're talking about the iPhone mobile app, whether we're talking about the Lost Swords free-to-play game, whether we're talking about how poorly Soul Calibur 5 was received, the change in team, you know, people going over straight up to the Tekken team, and this getting a whole new Project Soul team with the new team that came on. This game almost didn't happen, and a lot of us thought that Soul Calibur 5 was going to be the last Soul Calibur game, which to us is a bummer if we love the series. So I'm super thankful and happy that we even have a Soul Calibur 6, and it makes me super happy that it was pretty much successful and destroyed the goals that were set forth by Bandai Namco for them to actually reach in order to achieve a sequel to this game. So we can see what happens next in the stage of history with Soul Calibur 7, and it's all thanks to Soul Calibur 6 and Project Soul's hard work behind the scenes. Now, it's not a perfect game, and we are working with, we know, a really limited budget, but some of the things are not excused, and some of the things are, but I know some people like some aspects of the game and some people don't. These are just a few of the things that I loved about Soul Calibur 6, and it really did hype me up. Like, man, when I first found out that it was coming out, and I started making videos on possibilities of characters that were going to be in the game and who I wanted to see come back, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, some people wanted some characters out there right away off the base game, off the bat, like Algol and things of that nature, and Viola, but obviously there's narration points that has to happen because this game does take place after Soul Edge, and so there's a lot to the game and a lot of fun aspects to it, and obviously there's a lot of negative. Not everything can be good, so I'll be talking about the negative tomorrow, just so I can split into 2 videos in case you didn't want to see the negative, or if you didn't want to see the positive. Maybe you hate the game and you just want to go rant with me, but I don't know, there's not much else to say. There are plenty of aspects of the game that I definitely enjoy, and there's plenty of aspects of the game that I think could be improved. But thank you for coming on this journey with me so far. It's thanks to you guys that I'm even doing what I'm doing. So let me know in the comment section down below the things that you love about Soul Calibur 6. And with that being said, guys, we're bringing this video to a close. And as I always say, I love it, thank you, and thank you.